What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Lenny Works YouTube channel. I suck. That's pretty much the gist of it. I've just been lazy. I had some video stuff. My laptop was having some issues getting it situated, so I just kind of said screw it, and I haven't really messed with it since. But the car's gotten somewhere, sort of, maybe. So chased a bunch of stuff and a bunch more stuff, and then we found, I still have them, so I can show you my lovely mistake, I guess. Yeah, I burnt up a bunch of my plug wires. So, I'm a dummy. My own fault. I thought the shielding was good enough. Obviously it wasn't, so had an issue. So we figured that out, changed the plugs, got everything together. It sounded a lot better. And then I happened to back the car out at night, or drive the car out at night to turn it on. Not anything crazy. I don't turn the thing on super late because I have neighbors and I try to be nice. But late enough that it was dark. And while it was out there idling so I could try some stuff, the motion sensor light turned off, and all of a sudden I noticed I had really pink headers. It was weird. Shouldn't have been pink at idle. So started looking into it. I also noticed that on this side, passenger side, only the back two were pink and the front two weren't really anything. So I was like, oh, that's super weird. Considering I had already put a temp gauge on it. Well, come to find out, between the coils or the plug wires being melted and those injectors not firing, we have issues. So, as I've said before, I had Snake Eater 210s that I bought off a buddy up north before I moved, and nothing against him. This isn't his fault. Shit happens, you know. It's kind of one of those things. I got really lucky in this case because I caught it before it was a major issue and I didn't melt anything. So motor still has 180 compression all the way across the board. So that's good. Nothing seems like it's hurt. The injectors were shipped off to Snake Eater last week. They got them Friday. They don't work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, cool for them. They were able to ship them out Monday night. It is currently Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. They were able to ship them out or drop them off Monday night. They pretty much sat at UPS all day yesterday. Way to suck, UPS. And didn't do anything. So they shipped out this morning at some point, and I should have them Friday. So went through and just buttoned some stuff up. Pulled out the fuel filters while the car's down. Figured it was a good time to check them. There wasn't really anything in them, but I wanted to check them anyways. I do have 3 of them. So just better safe than sorry. I want the car on 100% once the injectors come in. So coils have been relocated to underneath the headers on both sides. You can see there. On the driver's side, I actually had to pay a little bit of attention because I had to flip this plug 180. So as you can see, there we go. 1, 3, 5, 7 is written on the coil, but on the plug, you'll see, if I can get there, 5, 7, 3, and 1 are written on the plugs. So I had to flip that over in order to keep my firing order correct when I plugged it in, but I needed it to be under there so I didn't burn the the plug wires anymore. So you can see it was kind of nice and pretty, and I still have the wraps on them, but there's plenty of air gap between everything now. This should actually be here just in case. But I also, today, while everything was apart, I've taken everything out to re-clean it, because anytime I forget the scavenge pump, it fills with oil. So then it smokes and it kind of just drives me crazy. So I did take everything apart, took the wastegates off, cleaned everything out completely. Wastegates actually really dry, but I wanted to just clean them, make sure everything's functioning there. Bench checked those were good. So I just put it all back together, but I wanted to paint it first because it was starting to get rusty and gross, and I wasn't a fan. Headers eventually will come off, but because they're such a pain in the butt that I don't want to take them off because I don't want to fight to put them back on. And that's essentially just me being lazy. As you can see, I have a really bright light in my face because I added this very dinky little hanging light to the front of the shop so that I can see when I'm doing things, and makes it a little better for taking some video. But yeah, so That's that. What else did we do? I picked up fuel jugs, finally, because again, I was being lazy. I literally had just that one 5-gallon one, because I went to buy a 5-gallon jug from a local parts store, and the 5-gallon jug was like $39. The 5 gallons of C85 was $41. So pretty simple math there. So I did that, but those are two 15-gallon jugs. And what I'll do is when I go to fill up the 85, I'll fill all 3 of those, and that'll give me 35 gallons, which should pretty much cover me for a while. They are fuel rated. It's from a guy down the street. It was like $10 or something like that for the jugs. So one of those, it's kind of silly not to get, considering I run out of fuel with this thing quite a bit. But yeah, so Snake Eater has been awesome. Let me just put that out there. Super nice people over there. I called, I explained what was going on. I explained that they were secondhand, so I wasn't being, shady or anything like that. I was being very straightforward with them. And they were still super awesome. The injectors have a warranty, so they verified who I bought them from. And I shipped them out, they tested them, and they're shipping me a brand new set. Now, I had an older set of Snake Eaters, which is a different style, which a lot of people have had problems with. They've currently gone to the newer style, which is a Bosch 210 injector. So I'm not worried about the new ones. New ones I'm very comfortable with. I did speak to a third-party injector cleaning company that does a lot of work for them and other companies, ID, FID, all those people, cleaning and flowing injectors and stuff like that. So, and he said, yeah, they're literally exactly the same thing. They flow great, they match them. So the new set that's coming should be beautiful. Ideally, with everything fixed now, should be good. Now, what you guys missed is I did have an issue getting the thing up on the chip. Well, being on 4 cylinders or 3.5 cylinders, probably a good reason why I couldn't get the thing to come up. So yeah, there was that. It was stressful, and then it's been fighting me, but we're getting there. Dialing down all the issues. I fixed a couple of leaks in the manifold where I had MIG welded it prior, and then I ground it to try and clean it up, and I ground through it, and then obviously through wear it showed more and more. So I did fix that prior to putting the wastegates back on. What else? I did plan to do some wiring in the car, and I haven't, because I hate wiring. I am hoping to pick up a 4-port boost control solenoid soon. I'm gonna try it Matt Happel's way. If I screwed up your name, my bad. You probably won't watch this, but still. Sloppy Mechanics, he has a very smart way of using a 4-port on the Terminator X systems that works. It's efficient. The only issue he saw was with his 5-pound gate springs. He was limited to 21 pounds, so he quadrupled what he was able to output. If I quadruple what I output with an 8-pound spring, I'm breaking shit. So I'm not that worried. But it will give me 24 pounds or so, which should be plenty. I don't think I'm going to need all that anyways. Figuring probably somewhere between the 15 to 19 pound range is going to be where I'm happy with the car. So yeah, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I just wanted to do an update because I've been slacking. There's really no way around that. It's just, I've been lazy. That's it. I haven't done anything with the fiberglass hood. I need to. I might actually take the support brace out and just fiberglass it the way it is, because the support brace is kind of moving it a little funky. So I might just resin the inside, the whole inside of it, and harden that up, and then see what happens. What else? Sunroof. I don't know if I shared that. Might be in the video I didn't post. Functions now. It has 2 quick latches in the rear, 2 Zeus fasteners in the front, mostly because some of the material that I needed to drill into on the other side was non-existent, so I had to make some stuff work. And that's what I went with. And eventually, when this thing does go for paint, it's going to get slick topped. There will be no sunroof at all. I'm going to close the hole because it drives me nuts, and it's already rotted, as I can tell, so it won't hurt any of my feelings to cut the sunroof out of this thing and weld in a plate and have a smooth roof on the car. One less thing that can go wrong. I've already thrown the hood off the car. So wages, place your bets in the comments below on how many passes it takes me to shoot the sunroof off the car and smash onto the track and be completely unusable. Because that's gonna happen. I'm realistic. It's going to come off, I'm sure, at some point. So make your bets. We'll make it fun. Bet an ET. At what ET will it throw the sunroof plug off the car? Go 8th mile, because I'm going to do a lot more 8th mile stuff than I will do quarter mile stuff. So 8th mile ET, take a guess. And when it happens, if you guess right, I'll send it to you. I'll box the mangled mess up and send it to you. I don't know why anyone would want that, but hey, we'll make it fun. Yeah, my whole 24 subscribers. So yeah, that's it. The car eventually will go on CO2, but quite frankly, I'm being cheap because I want to get the car running and I want to get it driving and I want to make some passes in it. I want to take it to Mexico and get some stuff done, but I can't do any of that till it runs on all 8 cylinders, gets up on the chip, and it does the things it's supposed to do that it currently doesn't do. But yeah, so this is where we're at. You can see there's a stock intake manifold over there. That area. That was a test that I was suggested to see if it was going to help with the spool, give it a little more low end torque, and then fix the spool problem, and it didn't work. Again, why would it? We're on half a motor. I was able to get it up to like 2,500 RPM on the chip, which is pretty scary considering it was on 4 cylinders. The other thing that I did get done, let me see if I can move my fancy light here to where it gives me a little bit more light. Oh, look at that. All right, you can kind of see. We come down in here. Let me see if I can see. Right here, a little pointer. So I made a timing mark because LS engines are stupid and they don't come with one factory, so there's no way to time the motors. So I made one. It's nothing fancy. It's a thick piece of TIG wire. The only reason I remember is because I was sitting here playing with this piece of TIG wire that I have in the sunroof hole because I was doing something else. But it's just that wrapped around a bolt for the timing cover and pointed at the balancer. I put it at 0. I painted the balancer. Hopefully it's right. I'll double check it. We'll verify all the timing and stuff coming up. Again, once it's running on 8, not the fancy stuff, but the important stuff gets done. Just double check and make sure I'm good. Yeah, so that's really it. I just wanted to give you an update on how much I suck and how much I've been avoiding taking the converter out. Because up to this point, it's been very, very in the front of my brain that there's a converter problem, which there shouldn't be. Dusty told me there should not be a converter problem. A bunch of people have told me the converter should not be a problem. However, mechanically speaking, we thought it was on 8, so that was the point we were looking at, and I don't want to pull this motor out. I don't want to pull the tranny out on the floor. It sucks. I've done it once. You guys missed that video because I don't think I was doing YouTube at that point. So I'd take it out to weld some fittings into it for the transcooler. Yeah, tons of fun. Learned how to do a power glide though. That shit's easy. I like this. That's why I picked power glide, because I was reading everywhere that they were very simple to work on. So that was my thing. Simple and light, and they are. Because I can pick the thing up, move it around. It's not a big deal. But that'll be it. Just quick-ish update. So as always, comment, like, share, subscribe. Get up and get after it.